Be available outside the St. John's locker room when Coach Dunlap is all finished. Coach.
The thing that was really good to this afternoon in terms of being hit pretty hard in the last two games is that all the way through our guys played, obviously taking good care of the ball. We struggled on the boards, which is going to be an issue all the way through and has been. And then our ability to make some wide open shots. But we got to the free throw line and played our style of basketball today, and we're really took a step forward after reeling off of a couple games. So our talk to our players was very upbeat, and we know what our issues are. And a style of play, that was a hell of a game on both sides of it. That was a good basketball game. When we had them at three, they were a +3 three times. We just couldn't level the score to get the shot, and we had the ball 2 out of the 3 times, where we didn't have to get the big stop. We had to get the big make, and we couldn't do it.
Questions for Coach Dunlap?
Like every time you got to 3 or even 2 in a couple of times, it seemed like they answered every single time. Did you think that they were getting really good looks all the time, or were they hitting some tough shots?
Well, what we tried to do is take Clark out of the game and Thompson, and we can't take everybody out of the game. So that what that meant is that Sims and Lubbock and those guys would probably have some freedom that normally they wouldn't have if we played a straight-up zone. But we knew who beat us last time, and also the known is Clark and the known is Thompson. So by and large, we tried to neutralize those guys. So yeah, I mean, those guys hurt us, but we knew that was coming.
Mike, when the team puts in this kind of an effort, you know, it's only 6 guys now, how much does it need the reward of a win to give positive reinforcement for that kind of effort that they give?
I'm not sure about that. We're a process in terms of what we do, and our players have been steeled because of a lot of unusual circumstances this year. So a win would be nice, but we have Seton Hall in less than 48 hours, and so our mind's on next play, next game, and it would be lovely to win at Georgetown on the road against the number 11 team in the country. But you're asking to get marks on that. But I think it would be perfectly normal if they felt a little bit heavy on the bus on the way back to St. John's. But we don't want them to lose easy. But again, as witnessed by what we do as a staff and as a team, they were ready to play. So we just keep going.
Anything else for Coach Dunlap?
Did you say anything to Harkless in the second half that caused him to come out with his renewed sense of energy?
I wish I could bottle whatever I said to him, but the only thing I said to all the players was a role declaration, what their role was, and we told them not to be bashful. He had a couple times where he went in with the tall timber and had a shot blocked, and basically anytime he comes back to the huddle, we just evaluated what we were doing, and we said that was a good one. They made a great play. One of them was Lubbock rotating uphill, and we had a 2-on-1 on the backside of their defense, coach speak. But the fact of the matter is, he should have taken that shot. But Lubbock made a great play on it, which great players do, and he's just one of those guys who makes the, he's a role player who gets the job done for Georgetown. And again, they're one of the top 20 teams in the country. And again, style of play and how we were going to come back from our last loss at the Garden was most important to the staff. And this definitely looked organized. Guys did their job, and the defense, by and large, was really tough. And they made some tough threes, and they were deep threes. And we said, hey, that's the poison we're going to pick.
Coach, they're known for their defense, obviously, Georgetown. Just talk about their ability down the stretch to really make those defensive plays and how difficult they are to go.
Well, they play a contain and contest job, but even with their great defense, we caused them to make a lot of mistakes with our ball movement. And so we got to the free throw line very early, and that ended up being another form of attack for us. So what I was pleased with was our ball movement. We were able to move their defense around. I think you'll find that we were able to run against them, 2 on their misses, but we couldn't cap off our defense in order enough by getting that board. Where they excelled to me was on the offensive boards. They hurt our good defense by getting those second shots. But by and large, I think the coach does a great job of covering paint and rim. Philosophically, everybody, has had trouble with Georgetown there, and that was more of the same tonight.
When they switched 2-3 matchup, how hard was it for you to get ISO shots for Harkless?
It makes it more difficult, no doubt about it. But, we needed a third scorer, and so for me it was, could Phil get into double digits to take some pressure off Mo? But their defense, whether it's man or zone, to me is nasty. They're a tremendous defensive team, and they've shown that they're number one at contesting the three, for example. There are a lot of things statistically that they just do that are fantastic, and that's more of the Thompson philosophy, the culture that they have at Georgetown.
Thank you very much, Coach. Mo Harkless and D'Angelo Harrison are